Hello everyone, how are you? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, just type yes in the chat. Hello, can you hear me? If you can hear me, just type chat. Just type yes in the chat so that I know that I'm audible. Oh, thank you, Edwin. Thank you so much for letting me know. Actually, I've been trying few things lately, like OBS and stuff, so that while streaming, if I can share my screen. So yeah, that's why I was thinking if this old setup is still working or not. I don't have much time to try OBS right now, so maybe in next live stream or maybe next to next one because I have many things to do as part of interview. There are many projects as well. I've got while I was about to start the stream, I got one more confirmation mail that I have interview on 27th. So yeah, there's a lot of preparation I need to do, and there are many uh, yeah, there are many projects that I need to do. So yeah, there's a lot of things. But I'm trying to take out time for live stream and answering the questions so that I can be of some help for you guys. So yeah, feel free to ask your questions. I'll be more than happy to answer all those questions. Sure, hope you're doing well. Yeah, Rupa, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well too. How you are applying for jobs in the UK? There are many different ways of doing so, and I have a dedicated video on that on my channel. So I would highly suggest you to watch that. And that I've explained in detail everything. But if I have to tell you just a little bit, I'm using LinkedIn. I'm using a lot of other platforms like CV Library and Total Job, Target Jobs. Like there are tons and tons of platforms. So I'm using those as well, and if I can reach out to some hiring managers, I am trying to reach out to them as well. I'm forwarding my resumes to them. So yeah, these are some of the things which I am doing right now, but if you want to know in depth, there's video already on the channel. Thank you, Rupa, again. I will try my best in interviews, and the interviews which I have already given, I am in almost most of the interviews. I'm in the final round. So yeah, I'm just waiting to hear from them when they want to schedule another interview or whatever is their decision. So yeah, I'm waiting for that as well. Is there anyone coming for masters in this September, or like they might have already come by now, because usually course start from uh, 20 September, so 20 or mid of September or by the end of September. So if somebody is joining masters in September, they might have come already. I am in Newcastle currently, Prabhu. Suggest some platform to learn Python. Uh, so there are many tutorials on YouTube. So if you want to learn about the syntax and stuff, YouTube is probably the best place to learn. But the thing is, we can learn as much as we want, but until we are not actually putting our skills into practice, we won't learn much. So it's good to go to Lead Code, and there you can take up different programming challenges and you can solve them. And they actually help you to hone your skills in Python or any programming language for that matter. So it's good to go to those platforms and practice your programming. So yeah, YouTube and Lead Code is probably the best place to learn Python. Do you think Queen Elizabeth's passing away would affect any job market or financial market. Job market or financial market? I mean, I don't think so because things are already not that great, so it can't get any worse. But the forecasts are like by by January 23, there will be 18% inflation in all the other things. So prices will go up, but but these predictions were made even before Queen passed away. So not much, but there are many other external factors which are much bigger and important than this. So yeah, I think the things which is going on in Ukraine, Russia, and other things. So those are affecting a lot as compared to Queen Elizabeth's death. People are still joining in, so yeah, we'll wait for some time. Maybe they'll ask something or uh, yeah. What's your opinion on US versus UK? So US is definitely huge, and or definitely there will be lots and lots of opportunities there, but expenses are also really high there. Now that expenses are going high in UK as well, but it is expected that things will go down or things will settle down in the UK. But in US, it's huge. There are lots of jobs there. Salary is relatively high in US because there are lots of companies. So that's why the salary is also a little bit high. It's not a huge difference, but there is some considerable difference. And there are lots and lots of uh, universities also in US, so you have more options. Um, Apart from that, I don't think there's much. Yeah, and the course duration also. So in US, you have 2 years of masters. In the UK, you have 1 year of masters, and that was the main reason why I chose UK because I wanted to finish my masters soon, and also wanted to be close to EU. So that is one more reason. So yeah, but then when I came here, there was nothing such as this Ukraine war and stuff. So things were looking good, but now things are getting expensive and all. And with this whole thing, US is not that affected. So probably in terms of job market, US should be a better place. But and also in US dollar is also getting pretty high nowadays because it has almost reached 79 Indian rupees per dollar. So yeah, whereas when I came in the UK, pound was like 100 rupees per pound, but now it has become 90 rupees per pound. So pound has gone down and dollar is going up. So definitely US market looks better as compared to UK at this point. Hi Roshan, thanks for your great help and support. Some universities have MSc Artificial Intelligence and Data Science conversion program. There is any difference between normal AI and data science course? So conversion courses usually start a little bit early, let's say a month so that they teach you basics of computer science and programming and stuff. So if you are from very different background, if you don't have any experience of programming, so it's good to join conversion courses because they give you a little bit of understanding of all the computer science things. So that is one thing. But then again, I think 1 month won't be sufficient for you to get very good at programming. So it will take time, but then it is something which you can consider. So I always suggest people to learn Python beforehand rather than coming here and learn. So if you are already learning programming or something, and by the time your course starts, and if you still feel like you won't be able to make it, it's better to go for conversion. But if you feel like you can do different programming languages or maybe just Python or R, I think you should be fine without conversion course. Yeah, that is the difference between those courses. Which Python library should I be proficient in before starting MSc Data Science? So main libraries for Python which I use on daily basis is Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, Seaborn. These are very basic stuff which I use for loading the data, doing mathematical operations, for visualizing the data and stuff. And after that, sklearn is important for machine learning. And if you are also looking for deep learning, then you should go for Keras and TensorFlow. So these are some of the main packages or libraries that you should focus on. Hi Narendra. Yeah, I'm doing good. I hope you're good as well. How we can create good portfolio for data science? Any suggestions? So I already have a video where you can use Git pages to make a portfolio, but then in that you need projects as well to add. So I have started a series where I'm creating projects, and those are actually sort of complex projects. So I have posted one video. So if you want, you can check out that video. It's a 38-minute tutorial where I have explained how semantic segmentation is done. So it's a very good project and it looks really good in portfolio. So I have both the videos, how you can create your portfolio, and projects that you can add in your portfolio. And also when you will do your masters, if you are coming for masters, or if you are just doing any course, you will be doing a lot of projects as part of the course or masters. So you can add those projects in your portfolio. So yeah, that's there. How's job market for data science in the UK? There are many openings. So by now I might have applied for more than 200 jobs. So yes, there are many openings. But the thing is, because of this inflation and recession, companies are looking for people who are from UK, so locals. So they are looking for locals because then they will not have to sponsor international students. But then for that they have this 2 years of post-study work visa. So most companies are looking for people who can take post-study work visa. So there are very few companies who are ready to sponsor. So if you are looking for sponsorship job, at least as of now, it's kind of hard to find. But if you have some experience and if you are not complete fresher, finding a job in data science is okay. I mean, it's not uh, impossible. It's possible. You can easily, I won't say easily, easily is not a good word to use here. So you can find a job, so that is totally possible. But if you are a fresher, it will take even more efforts because you need to have really strong portfolio. You need to have marks don't matter much, but because companies don't usually ask for marks, but it's better to have good marks. So yeah, those are the things if you are a fresher. So yeah, it is possible to get a job, so it's not like it's very impossible. Just wondering if you know if Northumbria University uses R or Python. I remember. I don't know. I mean, I think they use both. So I need to get confirmation from them. So I don't really remember because when we discuss about things, they mention Python quite often. So I like to assume that they are using Python for now, but they might be using R as well. So I need to get it clarified from them. So I'll ask and I'll let you know. Can I get a data science job by doing? Yes, definitely you can get, because most of the data science jobs in the description they mention modeling and ML algorithms, so it is totally possible. Should we learn complete DSA before Python or after Python learning? Uh, so there is this thing when people try to learn Python or at least DSA, they try to look for Python specific DSA course. So, and there are not many out there. So the thing is, it's important for you to understand the time complexity, space complexity, and the data structure, how they work. So there's data structures like stack, queue, linked list, and all those kind of things, hash table and all. So if you understand the working of those data structures and when to use them, it should be enough. Because if you just want to implement stack, and if you do google implement stack in python, you will find it online. So it's not hard to code things, but it's important to understand where to use which algorithm, and where to use which data structure, and how they work, and what are their time complexities and stuff. So that is the most important part. So you can learn data structures and algorithm before python, so that is not a problem. Or if you want, you can learn them side by side if you're comfortable with that. So yeah, that's there. Do you think there's an opportunity for digital assistants in the data science field? I'd be surprised if we do. Digital artist. Oh, sorry, I read it wrong. So, digital artist in data science. So, there are many things like text to image conversion. So, nowadays, artists are actually really angry on machine learning engineers and these algorithms. So recently, Stable Diffusion has come. So I am also looking to do projects in Stable Diffusion. So there we type in text. So let's say I'll type uh, draw Deadpool using Mandala. So that algorithm will generate an image which will draw Deadpool using all different type of mandala and those design patterns. So when artists are looking at these things, they are feeling um, not well respected. They're like, even we put so much time, effort, and hours in this, and this algorithm is doing this in just little bit of time. But yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that. They have their own sentiment, they have their own feelings towards art, so I totally agree. But then the thing is, those algorithms which are built, uh, they have also taken years to come to that extent, and that's why they are doing that well. So artists are not actually liking this thing, but if artists can actually take those art as inspiration, and if they can think in a more creative way, so I think that way both can be benefited. And when artists will learn even better things and even creative things, then probably we can pass on those images also in our machine learning model, and we can train them to do that as well. So they both can be helpful to each other rather than taking them as a competition. So that's what I think. Yeah, but if someone is digital artist and they are already very creative, right? So when people are already creative and they want to improve certain things, I think it can help. So there was this game called Go. So DeepMind had developed an AI system which actually was able to beat the world champion in that game. And it was able to reach up to that extent because many people who knew how to play Go, they actually figured out where that AI model was lacking, and that's how they were able to improve that. So in the same way, artists can say that, okay, this part of the image is not that clear. So we can do this thing, or maybe we can change few things in the model so it can be improved. So if people can come together, things will get better. So rather than taking it as a competition, I think everybody can help each other. Is it hard to find part-time jobs in the UK? No, it's not actually, because even I'm living in Newcastle, so it's a very small city, and there are people who are doing part-time jobs, so they are able to find jobs in the smaller cities. So if you go to bigger cities, let's say Glasgow, Edinburgh, London, Manchester, Bristol, Birmingham, so there it will be even easier to find part-time jobs. So it's not that hard. What do you think of boot camps in the UK as a substitute for university degree? Any boot camps you are aware of? Um, no, I haven't looked into many boot camps, but I recently heard one. I think it was. I need to again check it on LinkedIn. So I heard they are probably conducting multiple weeks boot camp where they will be teaching data science stuff. So Definitely, it's not like you have to have a university degree to become a data scientist. So you can easily become a data scientist, or you can easily learn things from boot camps or even courses from Udemy, or if any other platform you like, let's say Coursera or something. So it's totally possible to become a data scientist using those platforms. And I won't say exactly a substitute, because in degree you learn even more things. So in boot camps, usually you don't learn presentation skills and stuff, and you don't uh, talk to different people or stakeholders. So in that scenario, in terms of exposure, I think university degree can't be beaten, but boot camps can definitely give you technical skills for sure. Did you personally go for placement? If yes, how was it? I didn't get this question. What do you mean by placement? Are you asking for placement year? If you are asking for placement year, no, I didn't take placement year. And for whatever jobs I have, and the jobs I'm applying it on my own from different platforms. So I didn't really take any assistant from university side, and universities don't offer placement as such. They offer you help in terms of building a resume, preparing for interviews. So yeah, that's how universities help. Leeds, Birmingham, Glasgow, Edinburgh, and Newcastle. Which do you recommend? They all are good cities. Why I came to Newcastle, I'll just let you know that, and maybe you can make a decision. So Newcastle is relatively cheaper as compared to all the other cities which you have mentioned. So I was getting a course which was really good from Newcastle University, and also it was fully practical based. So in terms of course, it was probably the best course which I liked. And apart from that, city is less expensive as compared to other cities, and also the weather is fine here. I mean, it gets cooler and cooler when you go north of UK. So Glasgow and Edinburgh might be little more cooler, and Leeds and Birmingham might be little warmer. There won't be huge difference, but yeah, there will be little bit of. So for me, I think Newcastle was a nice choice because of those things. So I saved quite a lot of money on in living expense. So if I was living in other four cities, I would have paid even more. So I saved quite a lot by staying in Newcastle. So if you don't have any funding problem, if you feel like you can spend uh, more amount, then probably you would want to stay in bigger cities, because if you want to do part-time job and stuff, it is relatively easier to find in those cities. But apart from that, I think nowadays all the interviews are online, so it doesn't really matter in which part of the UK you are. So for interview perspective, I don't think it makes any difference. What's your current tuition fee? So when I applied for MSc Data Science specialization in AI at Newcastle University, the fees was around 24,000, and I had 4,000 scholarships, so I paid around 20,000 as fees. What's about statistics and probability? We know it's important part of analytical, but I'm facing little bit difficulties because of my background. Belong to medical field. How I can cover all things? So there are some good channels. Let's say there is a three blue, one brown, and a StatQuest. So they are probably the best channels out there. Khan Academy is actually very good. So obviously you can learn things from there. And just to give you an example, one of the companies where I am being interviewed on 27th, their CTO has an MBBS degree, and he's really good with the technical things. So he is really good in data science as well. So you can see people can actually learn, and if you want to learn, again, those two channels are really good. So it's possible to do it. Do not get discouraged with the few number of people joining your live sessions. Appreciate the time. Oh, definitely not. I mean, I really like, I mean, even if one person joins my Live stream, I really like talking to them because last live stream there were only uh, 3 4 people maybe. So the live stream ended soon because there were no questions, but still I like coming here and answering questions because I also feel that this is a very nice way and a very effective way to answer questions, because there you can ask all the follow-up questions as well. And rather than replying to your message maybe on LinkedIn, let's say, so there I will answer your question, then probably you will have to wait for my reply to get to you, and then you will see your message in your time, then you will come back with another question. So there it takes time, and here I feel like it's a nice way to interact with you guys and learn more about you, what you guys are interested in, and share information. So definitely I really like coming here, so I will try to do this uh, for as long as I can. How about interviews? Have you attended any interviews in person? If so, do you think it makes any significant difference to attend interviews in person? So far, I have attended all the interviews online, so it was just video call. So no, I have not attended any personal interviews, and I think there will be a difference, of course. I mean, I don't know how people will, because I don't get nervous when I'm in some interview. So if I go for interview in person, I don't know how I will feel. I will have to imagine that. But I don't know. I mean, when the interview is probably online, you're sitting in your comfortable chair in your own room. I think you don't get that nervous, but I don't think it makes a huge difference. But when you are actually in person, I think the interviewer will get to know you more, and probably you will be able to express yourself even more. So that is something I do think, because when I'm sitting in front of camera, most of the times or many times, lighting conditions won't be good. So, and also if the interviewer is asking some question and if they want to note down something, their faces will be down and you won't be able to see exactly what their expressions are. So uh, in one way it is good, because if you are not giving correct answer, probably they will feel like he's not a good candidate or she is not a good candidate, and they will make certain faces and you will get discouraged by that. So if uh, you don't want to see that, then it's a good thing. But if you want to get some indicators how exactly they are feeling and in what sense you should give an answer, so in that case I think it's a disadvantage, because most of the time I've seen their cameras are actually really high, and when they are writing something, their faces are not visible. So that is something. And also video quality is also one thing where you cannot read a person who is interviewing you. So it has its own positives, it has its own negatives. I mean, what do you guys think? What should be the interview thing? I mean, what do you personally think? If you have to go for an interview, what do you think? You would like online interview or you would like a personal interview? So do let me know in the chat so that I will also know that what most people thinks, because that I have told you what I think, but it's important to know what you people are thinking about it. Do you plan to come back to India after your masters? Um, right now, no, because I am still getting used to this environment. I still want. I have seen the education system how it's here. I also want to see the work culture here. So I'm definitely gonna work here for at least 2 years, and after that I will decide if I want to stay here or not. So, but still, I'm trying to get a sponsorship job, because that way I will save some money for PSW. So that is there. But if I end up liking staying here and working here, so I will probably try to continue and find sponsorship job if I'm not able to find now. But if I feel like I am not uh, comfortable here and I felt like India is a better place to be in, or if I want to do something on my own, I will probably have more freedom to do in my own country. So if those are the things, I will probably go back to India. So I'm not making my mind at this point. I will think in coming years. And whatever will be the situation, I will share. If you choose to stick to programming Cradle family, I will be sharing everything on this channel. What does semester C? Semesters, yeah, I mean, it's just a third semester actually, where you will be doing a dissertation. So first semester you will learn basic modules. Second semester you will learn little complex modules like machine learning, deep learning, and semester C or third semester will be your dissertation. So I think that is the only thing. Your contents are good in live, low number of people involved. You can start publishing the clips as shorts from your live session, so it will help channel. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, I didn't think about it, so it's actually a very good idea. Thank you so much, Abhishek. I will consider that. Is University of Sterling Master in AI a good option? Any recommendation? I will note down the university and the course name, and I will let you know once the live stream is over because I need to look into the course content as well. So as for university name, I think it is quite popular. So people like to go. I mean, it has a good scope for international students. So definitely, it has a good name. But I don't know about the course, so I will just note it down, and I will see the course content, and I will let you know in the comment section once the live stream is over. Yeah. So I have noted it down. About place again, I need to do a little bit of research because I've never been to Sterling and I've never uh, did any sort of googling or any sort of research about the place as well. But I like to believe that it's at par with Newcastle, I suppose. So if it is at par with Newcastle, I think it should be a good place. Let me put a poll because I will put a poll now. Mm, I have put a poll. Can you see? Yeah. So I just want to know what do you guys think. So yeah. Can someone switch to software engineering from a non-tech background, just like how someone can study MSc data science from any background, any university that can accept such applications? Universities do accept application from various backgrounds, so you need not be from computer science for software development. To be a software developer is actually a little bit harder as compared to be a data scientist because there you need to know data structures and algorithm really really well, and also your programming skills and logic building should be really good. So if you can reach to that extent, definitely you can take courses like uh, masters msc in computer science or msc in advanced computer science. So there are courses like that if you want to switch from non-technical background to be a software developer. It is totally possible, many people have done that. So yeah, it is possible, and universities do accept applications from different background, but then you need to show that you have interest in software development and you have actually done few things. So at least you have learned html, css, and probably a little bit of programming, let's say javascript. So if you have those skills already, you are in a very good place to get an offer from university, or even learn some good packages like let's say MongoDB, React, and all those kind of thing, Node.js. So if you learn those frameworks, you can definitely develop a very nice and cool looking websites. And if you want to go into application building, then you can go for Java. So, or you want to go to Android, you can learn Kotlin. So these are some of the languages which you can learn if you want to get into software development. Does volunteering really helpful there for curriculum? Yeah, definitely. When you put you have done volunteer, I mean, if it is relevant, then definitely it gives you a very good advantage. And if it is not, and if you want something to fill your resume, then you can probably add it in your resume. But if you want to contribute as a volunteer as a data science project, I think Data Kind is one of the websites where you can try. I will again confirm, and I will probably post the link in the comments or maybe in the description, so you can check out that later. So that is one platform where data scientists go and they volunteer their work, and they can uh, also put that in their profile, or they can put that in their resume. So that way you will have relevant experience while volunteering, so it will make even better impact. What's that one common mistake that MSc students do? So one very common mistake that I have seen people doing is when they get assignment, they wait for like last week or at least few days after that they start doing their assignment. So that is something which I think is a very big mistake, because as soon as you get your assignment, even though you don't know anything in that assignment and you are still going through your module, it's very important that you read the problem statement, you try to figure out uh, the concept which is needed to solve that problem, and then you focus on those concept in your modules as well. So that way you will already know, and you will start making your mind map what concepts you need to use, and when you will actually start coding your assignments, you will already have a very good understanding of where to start and what things to do. So this is something which I felt students making this mistake quite a lot. And one more thing is like when people come here, as soon as they come here, they start looking for part-time job. So that is also something which I feel is sort of a mistake. If you know things already, if you know all the concepts already, then it's totally fine. You can do whatever you want. But if you are someone who is very new and you start looking for part-time job, and then you don't usually get time to do your assignments, because anyways you are new and you are new to the environment as well. So because I've seen some of my batchmates, they started doing part-time job, and then they were not getting enough time to work on their assignments, and then they started taking extension, and then those assignments got piled up, and because of it in some subjects they even got very less marks or even they failed. So yeah, it's very important to have a proper balance. Are you doing any part-time job? No, I was doing internship, and my internship is almost over. So right now I'm not doing any part-time job. I am simply applying for jobs, and I'm focusing more on YouTube and as well. So I'm trying to share as much information as I can here, because YouTube is actually one type of full-time job only, because making video and then editing it, and then seeing what people want, and checking all the comments, and I also try to reply to almost all the comments as well. So it takes quite a lot of time. So if I have to just give you an idea, to make one video, if it's for like 10 minutes, it takes around 5 to 6 hours easily, because it's not just sitting in front of camera and speaking and then uploading it. You first have to do proper research what you want to share, because the information which I try to share, I feel like and I always think like it should be useful to you guys, and it should be a relevant information, and it should be a legit information. So that's why it takes quite a lot of time. So if I go for part-time job, probably I will get even less time for YouTube, and I also have interviews, so I have to prepare for those as well. So currently I'm not doing any part-time job. How about attendance at university? So when I came here, attendance was not mandatory because it was COVID time, and it were many people were attending from home, and classes were also online and also offline classes. So whichever classes were offline, there were recordings which people can watch later on. So attendance was not mandatory, but by the end of the semester, when things got settled and they started doing in-person classes, they were actually taking attendance. So, but still, it was not that strict. So I don't know how it will be when all the COVID restrictions will be gone. So I can't really comment on this. But from my time, it was actually very lenient for attendance. Maybe make a video on how to set up LinkedIn page to get more calls for interview. Nowadays, most profiles are filter based on keywords, such cause I have to edit mine several times to it. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Nowadays, LinkedIn plays a very important role to get calls. And when I came here, my LinkedIn profile was okay, but I still had to put a little effort in that. And once I did all those things, my profile actually started getting more attraction from hiring managers. So I totally agree with you, and I think I should do a video on how to set up a LinkedIn page. So I should actually note down this in my uh, list of videos to make. So yeah, that's a really good advice, Sridhar. So 33% of you think online interview is good, and 67 of you think in person is good. Yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, in person you actually get to know people more, and also when you go for in person interview, uh, you actually make a good connection. Even if you don't perform very well in interview, you can always ask them how I did in a particular interview. You can obviously ask in online as well, but when you talk in person, you make a different kind of bond. So yeah, I totally understand. I will take a water break. Anything else, guys? Sridhar, I did post the poll on my page about that uh, level of what type of data science project, or at least what proficiency you have in data science. So, yeah, most of the people I saw, they are beginners. So, I think I will start with some very basic projects as well, because the project which I have posted, it is sort of complex. I mean, why I'm saying sort of complex, because I didn't feel it's complex, but I totally understand. It depends on people, how what is their level of understanding for data science. And as most of the people on my channel are beginners, so I think I will start with like how to do ED and how to get most out of your data, and then maybe do classification and regression problem, so that you will understand the whole process of data science. So yeah, thanks for the advice. I will consider that as well. University of Surrey for data science. If you get time, go through the modules, please. Yes, definitely. I will note down University of Surrey as well. And after this live stream, I will let you know in the comments how we can make connections and network there, except for Meetup. So definitely, a meetup is one option, but you don't want that because you have mentioned that multiple times. So there is things like, if you are going for some interview and you are being interviewed, it's very important. I mean, they first try to do the icebreaker session, so you can talk about yourself. You can always ask them what they are doing and how's their day going, and what they have been doing. So in one of the interviews, we were just having a conversation in the beginning. So she was like, uh, she told about her work and stuff, and she was like, tell me about yourself. So I told a few things about myself, and then I also asked, how's your work going and things like that. So she told, and then she started talking about the holiday she went to Paris and all those things. So when you talk about those things apart from technical stuff, you actually get to know people, and then maybe you can send them connections on LinkedIn. And then there are also, if you want some help, you can ask them. If you do very good in interview, then you will get offer and probably you will be colleagues. But if not, then maybe for some other interviews, you can always ask them their feedback, like where I can improve. So that is something. And in university, if you are studying, try to get to know your classmates, because when you come for masters, people come from various background, people come with different experiences. So always keep in touch with them. There will be few people who will be doing their masters, but then they have very good connections in the industry, and probably they can also uh, pull you in with them. So yeah, you can make good connections there as well. So and hackathon is also one of the very good ways to make good connections. And what kind of rule and regulation should we remember as international students? Never work for more than 20 hours. So that is something you should keep in mind, and that is probably the only thing uh, that you should keep in mind. And also, don't get into illegal stuff. So that you should not do in India also, or in your home country. So yeah, these are few things which you need to keep in mind. It's not like when you're coming as an international student, there will be a lot of restrictions. So there aren't many, but yeah, you should not exceed 20 hours work per week, because they are very strict about that. Uh, I will note down all these universities and I will look into the course and I will let you know. But you have 4 years of experience in software, so I think you can get into even better universities with that much experience. But if uh, these universities are offering course for affordable price, then probably that could be a reason. But if budget is not your problem, then you can also look into some of the good universities as well, like University of Edinburgh and some other universities. So yeah, I will note down these universities and I will let you know once the stream is finished. Uh, would you still advise someone to study data science with the aim of getting a job in UK based on the current job hunting experience? The thing is, it's the same case everywhere. So I talked to one of my friend. She's doing a master's in Canada. So even she or her friends, they are applying for like so many jobs, and they are getting few calls. So when they are applying for, like, let's say 100 200 jobs, they are getting two or three calls. So it is the same case literally everywhere, because most people want to do data science these days, and there are many people uh, getting into this. So competition is really huge. So it's literally same everywhere. So it's not gonna get easy if you go in any of the countries. So what I would suggest you is keep few factors in your mind. If PR is your top priority, then probably choose countries like Canada, because they're getting PR is relatively easier than UK. If you have certain geographical um liking, let's say you want to stay close to EU, then probably UK or Ireland, or you can go to any other EU countries, let's say Germany, it could be a very good option. Uh, or if you like US, then definitely US has a very huge job market, and they're probably, and actually I actually googled and I also searched on LinkedIn, because on LinkedIn they show uh, how much time it's been passed when the job has been posted. So I see in UK, when the job has been posted around 1 hour ago, number of applications which has been submitted for that role is around 60 70, and same was the case for Canada. I haven't seen for US, so I will see for that also, but I think it will be the same case there as well. So the competition is same everywhere, and that is exactly what I'm hearing from people. So if you like UK, or if you like the course content, then definitely I advise people to come to UK. So yeah, that is my answer. Can you suggest some good unis for business analytics course? I have gone several unis. Either it is full of the business and management, or I have to go with data science continued. Okay. I couldn't find a balance course, which balance module for business analytics and modules for data at. Yeah, that is the thing which I have also noticed, but I have not digged much deeper into business analytics course. So I will have to look into it, because I saw it last year. I need to see if they have changed anything now, because over the years they do change things uh, over the time. So I have to look into. So if I will get some time, I will try to look into it, because it actually requires quite a lot of research and time. So once I will have a little bit of time, I will do that, because even I have noticed that either it is completely business aspect, or it is completely technical aspect. Even though they are mentioning it as a business analytics course, it is actually a data analytics course. So yeah, I don't have any universities on top of my mind at this point, so I'd have to look into it. What about assignment and dissertation, where we can find or research or something that will help? Uh, if you want to get ideas for dissertation, then in my university they usually provide a list of projects. So we could choose from that whichever you like, and those are actually projects which are in research in the university. So I think that should be the case for other universities as well. So that is one way for dissertation. Assignment is something which they give, so you don't really have to think about that. One other thing is you can go to Kaggle. You can see if there is some live competition going on, so you can take that competition as part of your dissertation. So that is another way, or you can take motivation from your real life. So my project which I did as part of my bachelor was actually inspiration from my real time experience. So that is another something which you can do. So yeah, these are some of the places where you can research about projects, or you can get ideas for the projects. Can data scientists employ themselves? So self-employment is possible in the UK if you are on post-study work visa. So you can do whatever you want on post-study work visa. You can take a job. You can do self-employment. So that is totally possible. Uh, and also, I mean, if you want to do self-employment, there are a lot of people on Fiverr or Upwork. They want freelance data scientists. So yeah, definitely it is possible to do so. If that was your question, if I haven't answered your question, feel free to uh, clarify. Anything else, guys? We're almost about to reach 1 hour. I'll be more than happy to extend, but I still have lot of things to do. I mean, I think when I will have this, uh, I mean, have some job when I will be working in some company. I think I will have a proper schedule because interview process, interview process, petition ties. I didn't exactly get it, but yeah, our universities are actually accepting IELTS waiver for Jan 23. There are some universities. They don't ask you for IELTS, but some universities they compulsorily ask. So it depends if you which university you are interested in. So do check out their requirement on their website. So if they say that they waive off your IELTS based on your English score in your school or maybe in university, so that you can do. Some universities also accept Duolingo. So if you are comfortable with that, you can take that. So yeah, it depends on university to university. Some universities ask for compulsory and some universities waive off. You're more than welcome, Rohan. Yeah, so I was saying, once you start your job, you always have a proper schedule, so you can keep your work in office and you can do these kind of things at home. But when you're actually preparing for some interview or when you're working on some project as part of your interview, it's never enough. And I mean, data science is such a uh, huge field where you can always keep on learning and it will never end. So it's a never ending learning process, and that is one aspect which I really like. So I like to learn things every time, so it's always good to. And then one more thing is, when I'm going through all the interviews, I'm actually learning new things as well, because I'll be just reading some article and there will be some concept which will pop up. Then I'll be like, okay, what is this? Then I will Google that and then I will read about that, and that's how I keep on learning things. So yeah, uh, right now I don't have a proper schedule, but hopefully soon I will have. Can you suggest any consultancy for better application process? Uh, there are many consultancies, but what I would suggest you is select college on your own and don't rely on consultancy, because they usually give you the list which they feel is good for you and good for them. So it's important that you select university on your own and then you ask them for help. So you can check out Leap Scholars, I guess, because I've seen their some of the videos on YouTube also, because I was getting ads of that. So they seem really good. Try to uh, try to talk to them, and they were also doing some IELTS classes. So when I was preparing for IELTS, I had taken that, so it was helpful. But you can prepare for IELTS from YouTube as well. It was not something which was necessary, because after some time, because of time constraint, I could not attend many of the classes. But I did perfectly fine because I was practicing from internet and also from YouTube. But for application process, you can definitely check out Deep Scholars. Probably that will help you. Any other tech related course in mind I can opt for apart from data science? As a second option, it seems everyone is studying data science now. But it also depends on your interest. So definitely you can go into software development, and it is not just restricted to IT people as well, because many people from various background are also doing computer science. So if you want to stick to programming and stuff, You can definitely go to computer science, which is generic and which gives you a lot of different opportunities. Because if you do computer science, probably you can get into data science as well, a little bit of maths and stats knowledge. Other thing is you can try for blockchain, because blockchain is again a very big thing. So it is getting good popularity. Most of the companies want to use blockchain, so that is another something which you can look into. Or if you are into virtual reality, because metaverse and stuff, it is getting very popular these days, so you can try virtual reality or augmented reality as well. So those are few things which you can try if you have interest in those things. Is it necessary uh, to have a computer science background to get into MSc data science? No, you don't have to be from data science background, or sorry, computer science background. Because in my batch, people are from pharmaceutical background, people are from finance background, people are from statistical background, people are from psychology background. So people are from all the other various backgrounds. So you don't have to be from a computer science background. I am planning for MSc Data Science in UK, so can you please suggest me some online course as a data science beginner that will help me in MSc? Uh, so you can try Udemy for that. There are many courses. So there is one course called Data Science A to Z. In that, he has covered data analysis, data visualization, and I think little bit of machine learning as well, and some deep learning. They are not in depth, but it will give you a very good understanding what to expect from data science, and you will get whole data science life cycle from that course. So yeah, that is something you can try. So now we are over 1 hour. So if you guys have question, post it, or if not, then I will end the stream, and we can again connect next Saturday. So yeah, any particular university which provide placements for data science would you like to recommend? There are some universities like Northumbria University, Anglia Ruskin University. I think City University of London also provide, and Middlesex also. So there are many universities. I will again have to look into it, but these universities do provide placement year. So placement year is nothing but you'll have to apply for jobs in that year, and you will be part of your master's program as well. So it's not like university will give you calls for other interviews. So university is not going to help you in getting an interview call. They will definitely help you with your resume and stuff, but it's just a placement year where you have another year where you can find job still being a student. So yeah, that is there. How is fan culture in UK? Do they hire from prestigious universities only, or skill can be a factor? Definitely, skill is one of the factors, and they do offer to people who are from bigger universities, definitely, but they do hire from other universities as well. So it's not like they just want people from prestigious universities. So if you have skills, and if you have good projects on your resume, so probably you will be able to get into FANG. If you guys like this stream, and if you guys like coming here and interacting like this, give this a thumbs up. Because that way I get to know people are liking it, and I will anyways be keep on doing this, but that way I will know that uh, it is helping you guys, because that is the most important thing, and that's why I do these live streams. So yeah, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to the channel. uh, we have reached 6,000 recently. Now we are almost 6,400. So yeah, let's grow this family, and help each other. You can also join our Telegram group. So there people ask questions, and if somebody is asking for some resources, if I know, I share. If other people know some resources, they also share uh, those resources. So it will be a good help and it will be a benefit for you guys. And if you want to download uh, results of poll, okay. uh, yeah, so yeah, if you want to download data science notes, link is in the description, so you can download data science notes. So it will help you, because many people have told me that they have found the uh, they found my notes really helpful. So yeah, that's it. Which portal is good to transfer university fees from India to UK? So there are different platforms. When I transferred my fees, I transferred through bank, so it was a Swift transfer. But you can use Wise or Revolut maybe. But I think they have limits, so you won't be able to transfer the whole university fees. So I think you'll have to rely on your bank for that. So yeah, that is something. All right, guys. So I will end this live stream and hope to see you in the next live stream and in the upcoming videos. Now I have a like huge list of videos to make, but it's just because of time constraint I'm not able to do that. But I will keep on making videos as and when I'm getting time. So, and I have changed a little bit of setup in my videos. So I hope you guys are liking it. Yeah, so hope to see you next time. Bye everyone. Have a great day or evening. So yeah, and happy learning. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And thank you all for joining. Thanks, Rupa. You're welcome, Dheeraj. You're welcome, Rohan.